we do
This
it.
is Scotch for Dummies, and it is review time.
It's Thursday night.
It's a good night already, guys.
It's been a busy day already, right?
It's been a great night, though. Before we get into the review, we cracked 1,000 subscribers today. Congratulations,
yeah.
guys.
Awesome.
Definitely
Thank
thumbs up.
you. Thank everybody out there that subscribes.
By the time we
really
post this,
appreciate
though,
it.
we'll probably be up to 1,500, right?
Yeah,
We can
Yeah,
only
I mean,
hope.
that's tomorrow or whatever.
We
So,
got it.
yeah, we're getting there.
No.
But we're very happy that we hit that mark.
And thankful, very much so. So actually, a lot of great comments on the post that we posted today, the review. So
Yep.
Excellent.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
So, in honor of that,
yeah, in honor of
what
celebration,
we pressed out?
change of pace, guys. So long story short, I'm in Costco a week ago or
I'll go
so,
ahead and pour.
and
We can get such.
Porta.
I had heard some of my other friends that drink vodka say that the Kirkland brand of vodka is really good, and then somebody commented on our one of our reviews a while back that they were picking up Lagavulin at Costco, and I was like, man, what? Maybe my
Don't mind
Costco's
if I do.
So I'm looking through their selection, and no, they didn't have any Lagavulin, damn it. But I crossed, the Kirkland brand. They had a 16 Highland, which is what this is.
Sorry.
It's a Highland single malt. What's that tell you? Not much, right? And then they had it was a 20 something space side. I don't know if it was
Really?
21 or 24. Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, this 16-year single malt Highland. We don't know where it came from. $48. Ah, what the hell?
What's the ABV?
I'll pick it up. 40%, I believe.
40.
It's 30% E150.
Yeah, really. It's gotta be. I mean,
Orange
look,
slush.
it really is. Did you say it was fake tan
It
spray?
looks like spray on tan.
But nevertheless, I'm curious to see what's in this. So I'm trying to find out about it as much as I can before we do this. And there's a few different rumors that it says it's produced by Alexander Murray and Company, and it says Aberdeen, Scotland. Well, some people say because it says Aberdeen that it's a Macallan in here. Maybe so. I don't know. There's another rumor going around that Alexander Murray has an exclusive contract with Tullibardine, so it might be a Tullibardine in here. We don't know. We do know it's a single malt. We know that much, and we know it's 16 years. So let's see what this is about. I mean,
it's got to be a distillery that's cranking out enough product to be able to keep up with Kirkland's demand.
And Kirkland, they've been known to put good juice in other things. The people
Yeah.
that drink the bourbon say it's a Maker's, right?
Yeah.
The vodka gets good reviews. I don't know. And they're actually, when I was reviewing this, guys, I'm looking up as much information as I can on this. I guess they put a very similar bottle out, a Highland 21, I think it was, 20 or 21, about 3 years ago, that was supposedly just the bee's knees. It was really good. People were all over it. So a lot of people are buying this just to see if it might be a good value. You don't know.
Well,
That's a
$40.
good
I mean,
Right,
what's
48 bucks.
48.
So, take
Whatever.
a nose. It's not Macallan.
It's not Macallan, huh?
Huh? Really?
No, it's not. I don't smell it.
Huh?
Okay,
I
so
smell some good
yeah,
stuff
let's
in there.
talk
It
about
really
this.
has
So,
a nice light nose. It's actually really nice.
this is bourbon cask only. No sherry.
sherry
No,
cask.
it's not spending any time other than the good old fashioned bourbon barrel.
Which is funny because I get some like orange in here. Do you get that? And brown sugar. This has got
Definitely
some
got brown
good
sugar.
stuff
Yeah,
on the
caramel,
nose,
brown
man.
sugar.
It's not super sweet, but you're getting that. You're getting the bourbon out of it.
Wow, I almost get
Okay,
maple
now I'm getting
syrup.
orange.
Yeah, I
Get
can
the
get
orange
I can
right
go
there.
with
The
that.
zesty.
But it's like candied orange.
Yeah.
You ever had like candied
Yeah,
orange? Yeah.
wow. Interesting. Okay,
Wow.
so
This is a lot more than I was expecting.
The nose is
for-
really very nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's not
Kinda
smoky.
goes with the
Okay,
color,
yeah. So let's
doesn't it?
clear. There's no smoke. It's not heavy.
No.
There's not like rich ruby fruits in the nose anyway. But we'll see what it goes like on the palate.
Huh.
getting
A whole
oaky
lot.
now. It's getting oaky on me.
I got an oak
I don't know. It tastes like it smells to me. I get a little bit of the orange. I get some of the
I
brown
smell a
sugar.
little bit of orange in there.
It tastes
It's light.
watery. Like
Yeah.
light.
It is a lighter scotch. I don't think it's going to hold up very well to water.
No.
Although
I don't
I've
think
been wrong before. I mean, occasionally you get those lighter scotches. You put a couple drops on, and
It's a light. It's
It
clean.
brings
There's a
out new
little bit of
stuff.
malt
It's-
in it. I'm not getting much.
It's semi-sweet
oak.
on the palate, but it quickly switches to oak.
I'm not getting as much oak as I thought I would.
Well, not a whole lot. You're right. It's not prominent, but it's
No.
there.
Okay. I'm pleasantly surprised that it doesn't taste like it looks. Because I hate to knock it for that. I don't like the color of it. I mean, to me it screams.
Were you waiting for an orange tongue? Like you just ate a popsicle or something?
Orange slush. Dreamsicle.
Now I want a dreamsicle.
Any floral out of this?
So-
Are you guys getting any floral? in
No.
this?
No, I got
No.
I'm not getting hardly.
Maybe
the only
even
thing
a
I'm
little
getting
bit of
fruit
leather.
wise is a little orange. But not
Yeah,
much.
maybe a little bit. I can get behind that.
All right, so
I got that orange though. So 40% ABV.
If you do the, if you get it high, you do. If you get in there, you don't. If you get right here, you get
What,
orange.
for what? Oh
The
no, I
orange.
was saying I was getting
Oh, you
that.
do
Yeah,
get it.
I am getting that orange. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got it.
The orange is actually pretty prevalent. I was kind of surprised. I'm not hitting
So
some
let's
orange
compare
on
this
that.
to like a bourbon or other whiskeys you go through. It's not
It's a little sweeter now.
definitely you don't get the rich oakness like you get out of a typical bourbon, but it's on that light kind of sweet, you know, vanilla. I don't know.
I get a nice honey taste now with the water on it.
Ooh, that nose does.
The water didn't really hurt it. I was kind of surprised. I really thought the water would wash
I'm
it out.
getting a
and
little
it's
bit
not
more
bad.
nutty on the nose after I water it.
Really?
Yeah, actually, that's really kind of nice.
I was thinking that it'd bring out some of the malt sweetness.
I hate to put the water on.
That's-
I'm actually enjoying it neat. It's not a
You
bad
won't be
draft.
disappointed with the water.
And water is not horrible.
No, believe it or not, it does hold it pretty well,
hmm
based on what I did.
I really didn't think. Well, now I'm getting some malt. The
A little
orange is
less
kind of
clear.
taking a little back seat, and I get more malt and honey.
Just a lot like monkey shoulder.
Really?
The more I'm getting out of it.
Kirkland 16 Highland single malt Scotch
I
whiskey.
don't think it's quite that
Okay.
smooth.
No.
No.
There's more flavor to monkey shoulder.
All right, so I gotta
You're up,
start.
my friend.
Do this.
All right. So let's go through a nose. You got a little orange on the nose. It's maple brown sugar, that
Yep,
kind of sweetness. You go into the palate, and I don't get much oak out of it at all. It's pretty light. I'm going through my flavor wheel here. 'Cause, you know, I gotta use big words, and I'm not good at that. And there's not much malt in it. It tastes a lot like you were saying, the nose. You get sugars, not fruits. I don't get much fruit on the flavor. $48, 16-year. Does it taste like a 16-year? It's not hot. It's not pungent. It's not like it does. It is fairly smooth. I don't know if it tastes like a really good 16. I'm gonna give this. It's a solid 2. 2.5. I'm gonna give it 2.5.
That's
Because and
All right.
I think I've been starting with 2.5s for a while now. So, but this actually is a really good value.
$48, man.
Well, it's not cheap. There are lots of good bottles for $48.
For 16 is cheap.
For 16, I mean,
I don't know if this tastes like a 16 to me.
Well, that Glenfiddich 15 Solera
A
is
good
more than
12.
$48, and that's 15.
A good 12.
Gosh.
What you got, Drew?
That's hard. I mean,
2.5 out of 4 because we do our 4-finger pour. You know, if it's awesome, you fill your glass 4 fingers. I'm giving us 2.5.
Do it. You can't do it.
he's
What are you talking about?
in your fingers.
Do you need to give you a finger? What?
No.
What are you going to do here?
16 years. It's hard to get past that. I mean, $48, 16 years. Just those two things together is a good deal.
Right, just talking about those two
Just a
numbers.
good deal, right? But if you taste it, I mean, I'm not getting a whole lot. I mean, it's decent. It's not complex at all. I mean, it
Yeah,
kind of
it's
tastes like
probably
it
good, too.
smells. We already talked about it a little bit, and you kind of did too. The maple, a little bit of orange on the nose. I got more oak on the neat, but with the
I'm not
watered
getting any
down
oak.
neat. I got a little bit more orange, a
No,
little
no,
bit
it's
sweeter.
on the nose.
The water didn't hurt it too bad, but honestly, it didn't do a whole lot. I mean, it's decent, not complex. If I'm paying for a 16, I expect a little bit more. I would think. And
Okay.
for $48, gosh, it's that whole thing. $48, yes, but for $30, I can get that monkey shoulder. You know, I know it's got a lot more taste to it. So,
I know it's got more.
I think it has a lot more taste than this. Honestly, I'm gonna go 1.5 in this one.
1.5.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
So, I don't know if you guys watch a lot of the videos. I work in restaurants. I had a salesperson that brought me some rums, and he described them as breakfast rums. And he looked like that was exactly what he thought they were. To me, this tastes like a breakfast scotch. right? It's light.
It would be good with bacon. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would be good with bacon and eggs. It'd be good.
Yep.
Everything's
That
good with
syrup. You know
not
what I
heavy.
mean?
I can see this
got
with a
that-
stack of pancakes.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
It's got that
Pour 'em on top.
that honey, brown sugar,
This has got a 4.5
orange
for me.
flavor. You know what I mean? It's got a lot of those breakfasty kind of flavors. You know, just
We'll
put
try
some
it on
your
a fishing
waffles.
trip here in a couple months.
It's really for. I wasn't expecting a whole lot, to be honest.
Right.
You know, it's a store brand Scotch. We don't know anything
Yeah,
about the
too.
distillery. It is a single malt, so it is from a single distillery. But other than that, and the fact that it's 16 years old at least, we have no idea what kind of juice is in this bottle.
It smells good though.
It's got a nice light nose. It's got a nice light flavor. It held up to the water, which to me is a big thing.
Yeah, that's very few
Can I get better scotches for $48? Yeah, maybe, you know, in that general price range, that $50 to $60. There's a lot of good scotches, entry level scotches to be had. But I'm not ashamed to have a glass of this.
No.
It's actually better than I
I would
anticipated
share
it to
this.
be.
When you say you got something at Costco, you're like, yeah.
It doesn't have anything off-putting.
Right.
You know, I was really expecting a more harsh
Yep.
flavor profile. It's got a nice, smooth, you know, mellow
Right.
glass. So, you know, I'm going to give it a 2. I think that it's, you know, it's not overly complex, but it does have something going on in the glass. It held up to the water. You know,
I'll give you that.
I would have another glass when we're done.
Oh,
So there you go, 2 for me.
So you know what's interesting about this is I may be way off base here, but Glenmorangie 10. This reminds me of that a little bit.
I think this is
Taste.
better than that.
Do you know what I'm taking? The orangey, a little bit of a.
So I got
Sure.
I need a revision.
Nose. I haven't gone yet here,
I
so
know.
okay, you can revise here in a second. Here's where I'm gonna go.
Put him in his spot.
That's
Breakfast?
right, it's my turn. Okay, so backing up, starting. I'm thinking 2.5. I like that. First of all, I'm not crazy about the color. I think I've said that. You know, to me
Is
that
it that bad?
I don't have a problem with E150. I really don't. A lot of people are going to argue back and forth, but to me,
Orange.
that almost when I first looked at it after I brought it home, I'm like, man, that looks like a freaking pink Zinfandel or what the hell is this thing?
Zinfandel.
I'm like, what's going?
Oh my god.
But anyway, neat. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed the nose. I really enjoyed the nose. It had some things going on in there. That maple syrup with a little bit of orange peel or something going on. It was friendly, neat. It was good on the palate. And was talking neat. I'm probably coming in at about a 2.5. Put some water on it. I disagree on holding up. I changed it enough to the point where I don't really care for it on the palate with water. It's not off-putting. There's just literally nothing there. It's just like, okay, what am I drinking this for?
Fair enough.
It didn't ruin the nose as much as it ruined the palate for me with water. But so strictly neat speaking, I would say 2.5, close to 2.5. And put the water on it. It's taking it down to a 2, and then I want to lean back the other way when I talk about the value. Honestly, 16 year, $48, dude.
That's hard.
You know what? I'm glad it's on the bar. I'll drink. We
Oh,
will drink
absolutely.
this
Yeah,
and
I'll
enjoy it all
drink it
day
too.
long. And
It's a
who
great
knows?
Scotch.
I'm telling you, we go to Costco once every month or two. I'll be walking through their Scotch selection. I might actually try that 21-year-old Speyside for $68 now. I don't know, but I'm going to say steady at 2. It's interesting. I'm glad we tried it. We'll see where it goes from there, but 2 for me, and we'll enjoy it.
You know what? I think for a store brand, I mean,
So that's where I'm struggling with this because I go 2 to 2.5, and I
Right.
said 2.5. I'm thinking maybe 2, but this is one of those scotches that it's really a nice light scotch that you can drink every day, but I'm not sure I want to pay $48 for an everyday scotch. So I think maybe a 2 is
Yes.
maybe value. I mean,
Well, when I think about it, so you were telling a story earlier today about a guy that's looking for some advice on getting into scotch. This is really an easy drinking scotch. It's,
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, it's okay. This isn't gonna wow you with an Isla. This isn't gonna blow you away with, with the Highland Park. It's gonna be pretty mellow, medium.
yeah.
and the
And
key.
$48 is not gonna break his bank.
That's the key. So you'll see us rate other scotches, much better scotches, at a 2.5 or a 2, but they're also $100 bottle. So
Right.
that's
They-
the thing.
they
You
like
have to
it better than-
understand that we do bring in that value into
Yeah.
it. For $48, pretty good scotch. 2.5, you can get a Highland Park, 18, and get 2.5, 3 out of it, even though the Scotch is so much deeper and more interesting.
Right.
But it's also 3 times the price.
Really,
So that's something to understand as well.
And consider.
well,
Yeah.
you almost have to talk about too the whole year thing. I mean, with NASs these days, and the quality
That's
of
true.
NASs are really good. I mean,
Yeah,
people
They are good.
Damn
you
good
can't-
NASs
you-
out
you
there.
can't-
There's some great
But they're
3 or
also
4-year-old
charging
Scotch.
this.
No, exactly. So
Yes, you're right.
I guess at the end of the day, my point is this: it's that you have to go with this and say, okay, am I going to enjoy this bottle? My palate and the price.
Right.
That's what you're looking at here. Is it in your wheelhouse? And is it 16 year important to you? And is the price important to you? If all of those yes, then that's not a bad deal.
That's a good
If,
deal.
if you want a 16 that's you want your
Gonna knock
money's
your
worth,
socks off.
Yeah.
then you need to go ahead and invest into something that you're going to want
Right.
to keep and drink every once in a while. This is you can drink this every day.
Right.
This is easy to drink. And
Yeah.
At
you wanna-
breakfast,
it's not that
before
complex.
you go to work.
You want to
Yeah.
measure 16 year against 16 year, Lagavulin 16 year, and man,
Oh.
I
it's
want
3
to
times
be
the
buried
price.
with a bottle of that shit.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
2.5 times the
An
price.
empty one though, right?
There's a difference. There's a
All right,
difference.
so let's go around the horn. 2, 2,
Yeah.
2, 2.5.
2.
Oh, yeah, we'll give it
You did 1.5.
I did 1.5.
Yeah,
Whoa, so it
yeah.
averages out to 2.
It,
So
yeah,
there you
two
go.
to 2. So 2.
Between
Thanks,
the 4 of us,
guys.
we get the right answer,
Exactly.
right?
And hey, 1,000 subscribers. Thanks
Thanks
to you
for
guys.
Keep them coming. Appreciate it.
Good review, guys. This is
Fun.
interesting. Thanks for watching.
Let's drink some.
This is
All right.
great, guys. Hey, Scotch lovers. Thanks for watching.
Join in the conversation.
More videos below.
And hit the subscribe button before you leave so you can check out our new videos when they come out.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
Lunch.
Cheers, Jen.
Uh.